We've got posthumous Peep. Let's do it.
Lil Peep. This is So he had 2 posthumous Peeps, correct?
Yeah,
because his sober Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 happened like a year after he died, correct?
Yes.
But that album was pretty much made.
Yeah, that album was pretty close to made. There's like a lot of like Lil Peep was part of the SoundCloud generation, like really like one of the monarchs of it.
Yeah,
he's
the emo rock sound into SoundCloud rap, which there's a couple tracks that I like from it, especially Save That Shit. I think is actually a very good song, which is on his first album we reviewed in 2017 before overdosing. Yeah. But anyways, everybody's everything. It's quite long.
19 songs long. I think 57
minutes. Yeah.
It is quite a lot, has a lot to offer, and it's made that's a trend with the albums and the episode and everything.
Yeah, they're long, which is long. Normally they haven't been long like this, but these 3 have all been over, or at least 55 and over.
Yeah.
The AARP card back in the day before people started living too long.
Senior coffee,
yeah. So
this is made with a lot more of like the scraps, not kind of like little bits and pieces that came from songs, and a lot of producers came onto this album to kind of build the
hell because this first like 3 or 4 tracks, I think, like the ones with Rich the Kid, Lil Tracy, Diplo, Gabe, those all...
Gabe with a 3.
Yeah, Gabe with a 3 because... Anyways, all of those sound like they're produced by someone else because they sound way too trappy and like fucked with the auto-tune and stuff. And his earlier work doesn't sound like that as much at all. So that's why I remember I was talking to you this yesterday where I go, this is to me where a posthumous album is very posthumous because there's other people producing it in a way that he doesn't have a voice on it. Because now it sounds like it's somebody else doing work on a vocal track that he made. Right. Kind of like, Michael Jackson's work where Justin Timberlake did a track in like 2014 or something, and it's totally different than what it would normally sound like if he was still alive.
Yeah.
If fentanyl didn't exist. And that's my problem with a lot of the songs here. There are definitely tracks on here that sound more like him. I think Rockstar's Text Me Princess, Moving On, those tracks are kind of more in the realm of that emo trap SoundCloud sound, which he's known for doing. And it's a very niche thing that not too many people do and are good at, I like to say.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely one of the pioneers of doing it.
And it was good. And I've said that before. I do like
and part of the reason it was really good was like, it was a... kind of hearken to exactly what a generation really liked, like an up-and-coming generation, because it was a mix of 2000s pop. Like, one of the things that kind of amazed me was the song White Tea.
White Tea,
is
Lil
a
Tracy.
sample from the Postal Service.
Yep, it is.
I'm like, oh my God.
Like, that goes hard. Like, that song goes hard.
Yeah.
Those are actually the 3 tracks of Lil Tracy, White Tea, Cobain, and actually 4 tracks. Witchblades and Walk Away as the Door Slams, which is an acoustic track. Those are the last 4 songs. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I just wish, literally, if you got rid of like the first 5 songs, which to me don't sound like anything he really made before, but it sounds like somebody came in there like, hey, I'm a producer, that he has some of his works, let's go and chop it up and get it out there. If you got rid of that, then it sounds more like a Lil Peep album to me.
Yeah, and I think, so Lil Peep was this interesting bridge of SoundCloud rap and Trap and B, which is where if I had to like throw this album somewhere, I would call it Trap and B.
Yeah.
He was this interesting sort of mix in that there were a lot of bangers that he made that like he was known for, and I think part of the beginning of the album and even parts of the end of the album kind of harken back to. Like, I at least was happy that this album didn't have an XXXTentacion throwback.
Oh, that still
like
pisses
the old
me off.
Album
and
did.
like Falling Down, I'm still mad about that.
There is a good thing. I think that the world listens to audioface because a lot of people, since that has come out, were saying that I'm not sure if Lil Peep would have wanted that collaboration to happen because that was also one of those stitched together things.
It was stitched together, and I remember saying that because I go, I don't like. I've listened to interviews with him and everything, and he didn't sound like a dude who would want to work with someone like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like so.
And that's a problem of the music industry. In general too. And his mom was talking about that. And actually, speaking of that, you have the you had the little article of it, right?
So there's a Lil Peep documentary that got released in conjunction with this album.
And it's very telling.
It's telling and it's interesting. So
because it really shows a problem of music industry and drugs, especially when you have managers and stuff not helping out the artists, which we talked about on a plethora of here on AudioFace.
Yeah.
I actually felt really bad reading this, dude. Like, there's the one on stage where he was...
the part on stage,
Oh my God, it's just kind of heartbreaking in a way.
Do you want me to describe it?
Yeah, you good.
So basically...
I don't always get choked up.
It's pretty bad. So it's a telling where he's on stage in a show in Los Angeles where he's on stage and basically the point is he's overdosing.
He's
live
completely
on stage
overdosing.
while he's doing the concert. So he's kind of walking around, he's mumbling the words to Hellboy, which is the song he's playing. His managers are in the background just like, should we call a fire alarm?
Yeah, they had to throw a bucket ready, and they were literally thinking,
buckets ready.
I'm like, I don't know if I need to call a fire alarm, like to pull it or anything, and then he just snaps out of it.
Super fucked up about it. And then like, they're basically just putting a lot of fog on stage to see if they can get out of the situation. That's right when he snaps out about it.
Oh my God.
6 months later, he overdoses and dies.
Yeah, on a tour bus.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just, you're covering the actual big problem of you just over-covering it because you think, oh, he's a good artist, we'll make money for this or whatever, or you don't know how to deal with it. And dude, that's when you really got to get help.
To paraphrase a Boondocks episode, if you want to help Lil Peep, get some help for Lil Peep.
Get some... Help me help you. Help you.
But like literally you can see he's on this edge point. Like, that's not healthy. That's not how he should be. That's not how business people around him should be motivated to treat an artist. And it's kind of, I don't know, like a bad reflection on the music industry and how vicious it is with treating people and how kind of vicious capitalism is with extracting as much work as it can out of artists and workers, and kind of not really getting anything in return, not caring about their life. It's pretty ridiculous, hashtag politics.
It really is, and it's so sad. And I was saying, I know at first he didn't really like a lot of his music, and I'm like, I think it's actually quite good. Some of his tracks, some of it I didn't like.
I think it was really hit or miss because there's so much he was producing.
Yeah,
like there is more posthumous Peep that can possibly come out.
Yeah,
after this.
And
it's just fine.
To me, it's a tragedy.
It just sounds really weird.
Where it's like, damn, if only he was alive, because you could see, I think he was going to be one of those revolutionary guys out of SoundCloud to actually make good music. Because there's a lot of SoundCloud that made really shitty music, and there's
still does.
Few that made good, and he was one of the few.
Yeah, so, it's a real tragedy that
it's a super tragedy.
we lost Lil Peep to all of these sort of aspects of the world.
As Matthew Healy says, rest in peace, Lil Peep. Anyways, our arbitrary scale is sports fights.
Oh, wait, sorry. Really fast. There's one last thing I want to say about the documentary. There is kind of a lot of fan service that's done to the album. Like, he was one of the first rappers on the scene from SoundCloud to blend these things together. No, he wasn't. I mean, XXXTentacion kind of did this too. You don't want to glorify him, but it wasn't just XXXTentacion. There's a few artists who were doing this to some extent. Lil Peep definitely took it further, but like, you have to give credit where credit is due. Secondly, they said that he was like one of the first people to do like face tattoos. It's like,
oh my God, yeah, I know.
Have you seen Lil Wayne?
Have you seen? Yeah, that's example one. Have you looked at rap in the past 40 years?
Yeah. Like it's pretty. So the documentary is not perfect. I mean, it's better than a hologram tour, which they're probably working on. But
God, don't.
I'm gonna be really. That's gonna be like peak Gen Z. If there's a hologram tour of Lil Peep. Okay, let's arbitrary scale it up.
So there's sports fights because there's that infamous fight of Rudolph, I cannot think of his other name, and the dude from the Cleveland Browns, or the dudes threw off helmets and started hitting guys, and then it just turned to a hood fight. Yeah, Miles, because he just turned a hood fight where the Steelers jumped on him and stomped on him, literally curb stomping him on an NFL pitch, and that is my favorite thing out of this year.
10-yard penalty.
But also,
defense.
Miles got Miles literally, the NFL said, minimum you're banned for the year, 250,000 minimum. We're gonna go. We might get banned for life. You might just get executed. We don't know. But anyways, so
I mean, you already got concussions. Might just speed it up a little bit.
But so this is just sports.
This is not No Chill Island.
No, this is just sports facts in general. This to me is a solid Pedro Martinez Game 3 ALCS 2003 when he fought 72-year-old Don Henley and threw his ass on the ground. Yankees versus Red Sox. I watched that shit live and I was screaming laughing. And I was like 7 because I'm wild.
Oh my god.
I will never forget that shit. Pedro, you don't fuck with Pedro Martinez. Remember, just charge him out. He just looks at him. He's like, throws him down. He's
oh my god. I can't really top that. I'm just gonna go with your opinion. To say now, we have to always kind of loop this back to the meaning of the album. It's a
damn good album.
Yeah,
it's a damn good fight.
Damn good fight.
That's a damn good fight. Damn good album.
There's a guy jump. What does a 75-year-old person have anything to do with death or posthumous, or is that just? I'm just gonna set that aside.
We're just gonna let that settle. We're gonna let that
aside.
sizzle a little bit, and you can make your own opinion on it.
All right, fake break.
Fake break.
That's professional.